Chapter 9, old habits are hard to break. True or false? Well, that depends on whatever you're telling yourself. Some people think they're super hard to break. I think they're fun to break. I'm tired of old habits and I'm so excited and challenged to overcome them. Okay, so what are you telling yourself about old habits? And whatever you're telling yourself is the story that you're creating. You're creating whether or not it's hard or whether or not it's workable or doable. Okay. So here's a few more tips on how to work on breaking these old habits, which, by the way, are just beliefs. What are you believing is possible for you? You're the one that limits yourself, or you're the one that gives yourself the go ahead to accomplish whatever it is you want. So you need a clear picture. What do you want? Why are you working hard on yourself, or are you even working on you? Okay. So get clear on what you want. And that comes from thinking about your future self, right? So you've got a vision of the person as if you're already him or her. And you think about that person every single day. That's why I write every single night about my future self. And then the things I'm writing, they become imprinted on our brain. And the brain finds evidence for what you're thinking. That's why this can be so powerful in moving you forward. Because I know throughout the day, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm working on being this version of me, not the old version of me. Okay. So this is very powerful in getting clear on the future self, the person that you want to be. And this can change. It doesn't have to be the same every single day, but just get a clear picture. Okay. So here you go. Here's an example. Maybe you're telling yourself, I'm healthy and I love healthy food, and it's easy for me to plan my time. It's easy for me to plan what I'm going to eat. I exercise 4 or 5 times a week. I'm confident. I create the time to take care of myself. Okay, so whatever it is you're telling yourself, then I want you to pick one thing, right? That 1% better. And you work on it repetitively until it becomes a habit. And then you pick another one and work on it. And what are you doing? You're totally creating this version of you. All right. So you're planning time to work on this daily. Okay, that's part of that one thing you're picking. Then you need to plan time, which is what we've talked about in other videos and we'll continue to work on. You've got to plan time to plan, right? Plan time to plan whatever it is you're choosing. So let's say you're choosing to work on, I enjoy healthy foods. So you're planning the time to work on that. You're making a list of foods that you can eat that are healthy. And you're taking that list to the grocery store and you're buying those foods. All right, so you're committing and following through, and you're repeating this over and over and over. And by the way, your taste buds do change. So you crowd out the bad with the good. The more you eat healthy food, the more your body will want it. And the other cravings will become less the more you eat the vegetables and fruit and foods that are good for you. All right. So here's the one. Okay. Be aware of your thoughts. Because like I said, whatever you are thinking, that imprints on your brain, and the brain finds evidence to make it true. Very, very powerful. Okay. So I'm going to give you an example of a client, a couple of them from yesterday. This was so true. Okay. So I want you to pretend this is your model. So put your name there. This is circumstance. This is thought, feeling, action, result. So old habits are hard to break is what she was thinking. And she wasn't motivated and she was stuck. And when she was feeling this way, because she's thinking old habits are hard to break, then she was snacking on not so good food, and snacking when she wasn't hungry, snacking when she was bored, not getting the steps in, not going to the grocery store and buying healthy foods, just buying whatever she wanted. Okay, because old habits are too hard to break. And the result, she's gaining weight and she's not being true to herself. Okay. She wants to be true to herself. She wants to lose weight. So instead, so it's thinking of that result. What's the result you want? And then making that action plan. Okay. So that's where she's going to plan that grocery list of healthy foods. And If she's stressed at work, instead of eating, she's going to step away and go on a walk. And she's going to be more mindful about snacking. Am I even hungry? Am I bored? So just to be mindful is powerful. Okay, when she's doing those things, she's feeling empowered. And that's going to come from what she's telling herself. So if she's telling herself old habits are hard to break, she's not doing these things in the blue. So instead, she's going to tell herself new habits are easy to make. Okay, so I want you to think of a thought that you can put here that will get you the results you want. And what steps do you need to take to do that? And then whatever steps you're taking will create this feeling of being empowered, motivated, confident, whatever it is that you are seeking. So always remember, there's always that choice, always. Okay, so this is that choice point. Throughout the day, check in with the choices you're making. Is it helping create that new you, or is it just old habit pattern that's just on autopilot? You're trying to make autopilot this way. And by seeing your thoughts and what they're creating over here in this model is helping you build that new you. That's how you write the story you want. That's how you reach your dream destination. You got to do the work. You need to check in with yourself and what you're thinking. You need to plan what it is you're trying to work on. Make time for you, put it on the calendar. All right, you got this. You're the author of your story. You can totally create the version of you that you want. All the power is in here. And it's so much fun figuring ourselves out.